Hey, hey, you beautiful, wonderful, amazing soul. It's your favorite little keto goofball diamond. And if I'm not, lie to me. Today is day 1552 of my ketogenic journey. As always, going from 311.8 pounds to in the 160-ish range. We are going to talk about what I ate yesterday, that I did a much, much better job yesterday, and so much more. So, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell if you're interested in watching somebody who's lost over 155 pounds, got rid of 29 medically diagnosed diseases, and whose whole life has completely changed by a completely free way of eating. It's time, y'all, to rant, rave, and misbehave, Keto Diamond style. You guys, morning routine. I got my coffee. It's a much smaller cup with pumpkin spice. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk's my creamer, and I'm using 2 packs of stevia because I've actually been able to come down and use less packets thanks to COVID, honestly. And some organic collagen peptides in my coffee. I'm also taking in the morning vitamin C, B12, D3K2. At night before I go to bed, especially when I'm not eating properly, I'm taking magnesium and potassium. When you first start keto, those are great for you. And glucosamine chondroitin, this is actually for my doggy, so we're going to give him that now. First off, you guys, I need to thank you. I really, really do. Because my journey here lately has been all over the place. It is a much different journey than I ever would have thought it would be. I knew, I was going on a weight loss journey. I did not know just how much self-discovery, self-realization, self-love, self-help, and all of that stuff it was actually going to require. When I set out, I was just showing my journey off and hoping I could stick to it. I had no idea how much this channel and the people who watch it would literally help change my life. I'm pretty sure you're the reason I'm sticking to it so tightly. Even though I have been, on and off and all over the place for a year, I have something to bounce back to and for as far as keeping as close to on track as I have been. Now, again, I haven't been perfect, but that little guilty feeling in me where I know I have to come and talk to you guys about it, that's helpful. I know that sounds probably a little weird, but it's true. It's very helpful. Jake, what are you doing back there? You good? Okay. So anyway, you guys are far more help than you realize. And those that have stuck with me through all of this insanity of me, again, I'm trying to figure out who I am, because I am not the same person I was 4 years ago. I don't really know how to even be me, because so much has changed for me. I mean, if you think about it, I was a housewife, stay-at-home grandma, because my son had a son very young, and my son's mother passed away. So, I mean, my entire life, just about, I pretty much, my self-identity was mom, grandma, wife, the end, and now the ability to help each other and help somebody else, I've been gifted that through just knowledge and being able to share that knowledge, but also being able to help my own self. Dude, find somewhere to lay down and be still. Being able to help my own self, get to know my own self better, my identity basically changing, parts of it being kind of ripped away and parts of it being kind of, okay, I think he's going all the way back there to his bed. But I mean, I'm basically, and I hate to use this analogy because, Shrek, but I'm like an onion being peeled layer by layer, trying to figure out what my core is. And I don't know. I mean, I'm still trying to discover me, which is crazy because I always, you mean you need to discover yourself or you don't know who you are? Or those analogies always seem stupid, finding yourself. But it's true. I mean, trying to figure out who I legitimately am while so much is changing around me and trying to figure out who I'm becoming. It's been real taxing. It's been tiring, and I can't imagine for the viewer, for you, what you must think most of the time. Like, this girl's, there's something wrong with her. You wouldn't be completely wrong, but it has been. It's been an insane ride for me. And I think I start most of my videos with, oh my God, you won't believe what happened today, because today has been nuts. Because like every day has been lately. And some days not so much. Like, today I took my grandson Zach to school. I'm going to get him this afternoon too. So he might be here all night. I'm not sure. But his dad and them, they're working on their house a little bit. So it's been a ride. It really has, and I really, really greatly appreciate anybody who is new here, who's just starting out on my journey, but also those of you who've been around for a while, showing love, showing encouragement, being my inspiration, telling me, the things you've gone through, and being here to understand and help me understand, because some of it, regardless of being on keto for 4.5 years, everything is evolving constantly, consistently, changes here, there, and everywhere, and just trying to manage my very simple life, which my life is actually quite simple, but trying to manage it and figure out what's next, or how do I approach what's next, or what did I miss because something happened and I don't understand it. All the knowledge you can have does not really prepare you for anything that's coming, ever. I mean, even if you are just, as much as you could possibly know, there's going to be something that's going to come up. You might not even see it happening, and then all of a sudden be like, wait, and that's been my ride lately. It really has. And I do, again, greatly appreciate you guys being here. So I just want to thank you so much. And now, let's move on to the meat of the keto video. All right, Dear Diary. So I use my little calendar book, my little Dollar Tree calendar book. You can get one at Dollar Tree. I put stickers all over it. I got some Winchester Boys on there because loves me some Supernatural, which I haven't still watched the last season of because I don't want to know what happened. I don't want to know how it ends. But I did go back to writing it down. Cheat, keto. So yesterday was a good keto day. I'm going to show you what I ate. Going to show you my way in just a second. I wrote it down. Now, I'm going to pop over here on my Fitness Pal. I'm going to type it in, and we're going to see where it set me yesterday. Let's see. All right, so these are my calories and macros. Note, though, I could not find the Sonic's Bacon Double Cheeseburger, so I used the Burger King Bacon Whopper with no bun. All right, so I came up with 1,125 calories, which is a little bit low, but that's okay. 1,300 grams of total carbs. Most of those came from the dark chocolate. Then it was 82 grams of fat and 87 grams of protein. Actually a little lacking, but I had a ton of steak. I made the sizzle steak. It's probably only 8 ounces in the pack though, and I ate all 8 ounces, except for 2 pieces. My grandson ate 2 of the little thin pieces. So this is my calories and macros for the day. Yay. So, all right, I want to make sure people know this. You do not want to consistently eat low calories. Excuse me. And normally I do not eat calories that low. You want to keep it at least over 1,200. You want to keep your protein very, very well, because otherwise you will suffer. Your hair will fall out. Your nails will be brittle. Over time, there will be organ failure and organ damage. Your skin is an organ as well, so you should be worried about your protein very, very much. You need fats so that your body maintains a certain level of vitamins and nutrients. Your body can't recycle that. So you can burn your own fat for fuel, but you cannot get those vitamins without eating some dietary fat. So I just want to make that clear and make sure you understand that I don't necessarily recommend a low calorie diet on long-term conditions. So that being said, that was my calories and macros yesterday. Maybe. There is a possibility it would be a little different because, again, I used the Burger King Bacon Whopper instead of the Sonic's Bacon Double. And I just now thought about that. That Bacon Whopper is probably not a good match because there would have been 2 pieces of meat on the Bacon Double I had. And I don't think that said Bacon Double. I could be wrong. But either way, that's pretty close. And at most, it gave me more protein and a higher fat count, which is good. So, yeah. For those of you who don't know, you can't exactly pinpoint how much nutrients is in everything just by typing it into MyFitnessPal. It's kind of a roundabout thing unless you're actually weighing and measuring, which I did that a long time ago, and it's taxing. It really is. It's good to do, but it's taxing on a daily basis, especially when you upload and stuff every day and you try to fill your life with so much stuff. So I don't weigh and measure my food anymore, but it might be a habit I drop back into if I can. No promises. That's one of the biggest things. I don't want to make promises I can't keep or that I might not be able to keep. So no promises, okay? But it is a good idea to weigh, measure, monitor, and write down your foods. Enter them in MyFitnessPal. Enter them in whatever app you have, like Carb Manager or whatever. I use MyFitnessPal because it's the one I've always used. There's probably nothing wrong with any of the other apps. There's nothing wrong with just writing it down on a piece of notebook paper. This is how many calories was in it, how many carbs was in it, how much fat was in it, how much protein was in it. Nothing wrong with doing it that way. That's completely and entirely up to you. I do recommend keeping a record of it, and I should have always been doing it. I really hate that I dropped out of the good habit of keeping that record. So I'm going to try to build my records back up. It helps me also to look over the last month. Let's say I've done great this month, but next month I do terrible. I'm like, well, what's going on? I can review that. I can just flip that page open and be like, okay, I didn't fall off the wagon nowhere near as much last month. Okay, there was less fast food last month. Okay, there was more meats in general last month and less vegetables or something like that. Or, I added that new pudding to my diet. It's sugar-free, but going by this, it's likely that it doesn't work. Let me take that out for a few weeks, monitor, and that'll tell me whether it worked or not. So anyway, good goals to have. We're going to try them again, see if we can get back into the habit. All right, so I'm going to weigh in for you. I'm going to show you yesterday's weigh-in, everything I ate in between, and today's weigh-in, so you can see the difference in what those foods did. Let's roll, y'all. All right, you guys, Tuesday morning, 163.8. All right, breaking my fast at about 3:30, 4 p.m. It is a Sonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger with no bun. All right, y'all, I have me some sizzle steak here with some steak seasoning fried up in coconut oil with some A1. Dinner time. All right, you guys, what I got here is these bacon cheddar crispy things. I've got some sour cream that I'm going to dip these in, and I'm probably going to have a square or two of 86% dark chocolate. Happy Thursday morning, Wednesday morning, Kitty, knock it off. 162.4. Cat's gonna drive me crazy today. So that's 1.4 pounds down. Nice. It really is nice. I'm glad. It's just a little bit more inflammation off my body, off my bones, off my joints, away from my arteries. Arteries. Anyway, same thing, right? You understood. But it's a little more fluid flushed off me. It's not fat loss yet. Why? Because I'm not at my lowest weigh-in even recently. So I can't really be concerned about my lowest weigh-in last year. But the most recent one this year, and I think it's like 159 point something. So that still means that I'm definitely holding some fluid, but that's all right. It's nowhere near as much fluid. I'm feeling so much better, and I just had so much energy yesterday and today, and that's great. That's wonderful. So much more clarity, so much more bone structure showing. Not everywhere, but it's funny when I look at my feet on the scale, they're so fat and flat. They don't look like they changed none at all. But if I'm just sitting around, my feet look like they're bony and skinny. But never on that scale. I guess it just flattens them out where I'm standing. I don't know. And most of the time when I'm looking at my feet, it's because I got my feet up on my desk. It's probably what that is. But either way, it's annoying. It is. I don't know how people have bony feet. I don't know about feet. No way. I don't think no feet are pretty. Don't matter if they bony or chubby or nothing. As long as they ain't ruined, because they is some. When I started this journey, my feet were bad. They looked horrible. I don't know if yes, I have told the story, but if you're new here, you might not have heard it. I used to have on the bottom of the pads of my feet were kind of like dragon scales. They were broken. They were peeling places, big chunks of scales that could peel up and off and wouldn't make me bleed. They were so thick. I could step on a thumbtack and not know it was there unless I was hearing a tick, 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 tick on the floor going, what the hell is that? They were bad. My feet were extremely bad. The tops, not so much, like the nails, it wasn't like fungus on the top or anything like that, but the pads of my feet were just horrible. And it's funny, I used to use one of those little zzz things that would scrape it all off. What's it called? Like a sander? Like a foot sander. And that was great. There was some diabetic lotion I used on my feet that helped. But nothing really made them soft or fillable. And once I started keto, I never even noticed it happen. I didn't scrub all the stuff off my feet. I didn't use lotion. It just healed. So, I mean, if you're having really dry, cracked, rough feet, keto might be the way to go for you just to heal that. No, I mean, it helps with so much. It's so crazy how inflammation and diet and getting it on track is so good for you and so healing. It's I mean, to say, okay, I went on a diet and my feet healed. How crazy does that sound? How does your diet have any? It does. Big time, it does. Okay? I don't know if it's swelling and shrinking or what it is, but that's the most remarkable thing. It was just shocking. It's like, I don't get it, but okay, yeehaw, rock on with it. I really don't, but I do like it. I'm trying to go back to some of my old habits that were good habits. I don't know what got me out of it. I had these little abrasive body gloves. Every single shower, I would use them with a really good moisturizing body soap. Right now, I found a retinol body soap. Who is that by? L'Oreal or something? I'll get it out in a sec and show it to you, but I had gotten out of that habit of using that. I gotten out of the habit of using the coconut oil all over. There are some places I had to use coconut oil every day, like under my belly, because if you haven't lost weight or you haven't been super large, you might not know this, but under those folds of skin, you can get infections from funguses and bacteria really, really easy. It'll smell even if it's not infected. It's uncomfortable. It sweats. So after I wash down under the creases of the skin real well, I do have to put coconut oil in there just to ensure that I'm not going to have issues. And I had gotten out of the habit of putting it all over my body after it. So I would take a good exfoliating shower with a good lotion, body wash, and then before I dried off, while I was still sodding wet, slather myself neck to the tops of my feet with coconut oil and just pat dry. So I've gotten back into that habit lately over the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to get back into a somewhat decent sleep pattern, although I don't think I made it last night at all. I think I was very shy. Let's see if my watch will tell me. Sometimes this watch won't tell me nothing. Yeah, 5 hours and 9 minutes, so no. Very, very short of the goal. But I tried. That was the goal. It just didn't happen. I'm going to try to get a lot of sleep tonight. It's the goal, but will it happen? Well, gosh, I guess I'm done for the day. I hope your day is going good. Please let me know how your keto journey is going so far, how you did today, or how you did yesterday, and did you weigh in? Let me know what's going on with your keto journey. My voice sounds awful, you guys. I'm sorry. There is so many allergens. My sinuses are super, super affected. It's just, and you can hear it. I can hear it in my voice. So If you need help with your ketogenic journey, I'm here for you. I'm here for it. My contact information is below. Do not hesitate to email me and ask me any keto question you got. Or if there's a question you want me to answer here on thing. Or if you want me to tell your story here on the channel because you might not feel comfortable telling your story, let me know. Drop me an email. I don't mind at all. I enjoy reading them, and it gets me something to look forward to. There are some great ways to support the channel down there, including an Amazon wishlist, PayPal, and a post office box. And there's some cool products like that Orgain Collagen Peptide I use for my skin every single day. Skin, hair, nails, joints, all that good stuff. It's good for it. The vitamin D3 K2 is down there, and a Keto Mojo, which I don't use very often. I should use it. We'll do that tomorrow. So the Keto Mojo, you get 15% off. Check all that out. Much love, many prayers. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Make your next meal keto. I almost forgot. Bye, y'all.